Buenos días a todos. En primer lugar, agradecer y...
Thank you. Good morning, and I'd like to congratulate Fundación ONCE because of this national and international session that allows us to be updated on the development of new technologies and accessibility and the relevance for people with reduced mobility and all the associations. My name is Satur. I work at the Vodafone Foundation, and I'm privileged enough to share this panel discussion with two people that work very closely with us at the Vodafone Foundation in close cooperation with Red Cross, Spanish Red Cross, represented here today with Begoña Dorado, in charge of programs for elderly people, dependent people, and their families. I also have with me Leandro Rodriguez, representing the National Confederation of Deaf People, and also we have in the audience the CNSE Foundation manager, very actively involved and coordinating this project we would like to share with you today, and let's hope you find it interesting. We are waiting for the PowerPoint, but I wanted to start talking about the CV and what people have done in the past. We have Begoña. Begoña started her professional career at Red Cross in teleassistance in Toledo, and she was telling me this morning as we were coming here that it was there that were some years ago, back in 1989, for the first time, it was where they started the teleassistance service. So it is a very nice coincidence. And I think that she has been able to follow the way teleassistance has evolved, and she's very actively involved. And as we will see later, this has changed regarding the initial concept of teleassistance, and they've also included accessibility for people who right now are not benefiting from the advantages of the teleassistance solutions currently available, because this is basically all voice-based. Do we have our PowerPoint presentation ready so we can continue? Do we have the PowerPoint ready? No? So I'm waiting for my PowerPoint. Is my PowerPoint there on the screen? Okay, ready. Very good. The reason why we're here today is also something that is very positive for us, because it has allowed us to be actively involved in organizing this conference. The Foundation Vodafone has activities directed aiming at promoting the use of new technology, sponsoring events, etc. Since 1995, the Vodafone Foundation was committed to making available technology to people, helping people. And we have not been on our own in this parkour. We wanted to count on people who were representative of the interest of this specific group. In the case of the elderly, we've always had the support of the Spanish Red Cross, and we had a very close relationship with them. We had the Nexus Foundation. Julian Andújar, the manager of the foundation, is also here with us. To improve care, communication, and active agent is something that we try to give a further drive along the lines of the cooperation, and this has given rise to projects as important as mobile tele-assistance, elderly people project, and video care platform that you can see at in the stand that we have in the hall. Another cooperating entity with the Vodafone Foundation was the CNSE, promoting accessibility and design for all, doing away with barriers. We had GPRS test. And we also cooperated with the CNS Foundation, promoting the sign language use, and projects like the dictionary encyclopedia dictionary of the sign language in promoting communication. So in these two cooperation, we decided that there was a need for teleassistance for deaf people. And bearing in mind there's about 1 million people, 1 million deaf people in Spain, or people having hearing impairment, and 50% of this group are 65 plus. Also, between 8 and 10% consider Spanish Sign Language as their mother tongue. And in teleassistance, we felt that there was some shortcomings in the provisions of services for these people, for this group of deaf people who were excluded from these aids and support given to people in situation of dependencies. So promoting accessibility and access to society of information for this group offered us the possibility to take advantage of technology and a number of services and solutions that would do away with barriers. TELPES is a project that was born with this idea to provide teleassistance to deaf people, fostering the social inclusion of this particular group, providing equal rights and non-discrimination. The coordination of this project is carried out by the National Confederation and the Foundation of the National Confederation for Deaf People, and there's also the involvement of Spanish Red Cross and the Vodafone Foundation. This is a consortium co-funded through the Avanza plan, along the lines of digital citizenry, so it's receiving the funding of the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, as well as the cooperation of the Foundation Dexes, made up by both Spanish Red Cross and Vodafone Foundation and the Polytechnical University in Madrid, through the Telecommunications College, and more specifically the research group under the management of Miguel Ángel Valero, the prior speaker. The project is articulated through different lines, but the innovation that we're trying to drive further and is shared with other groups cooperating with us is focus on leadership. The leadership of technology should lie with the user. This is why our project starts with a particular research trying to detect the main needs, and the first steps are taken sharing this vision with the end user. Leandro will tell us how this whole process went for the TELPES project.
Bueno, hola, buenos días.
Good morning. I'd like to thank Marisa Tur and the ONCE Foundation for this kind invitation to participate in this international conference. I would like to share with you what the National Confederation is, where we are all the deaf people. Is a non-profit association declared of public interest, was born in 1996 and is 1936, one of the eldest foundation, not only in Spain but also in the rest of Europe. It's an associative movement of deaf people, quite structured, quite solid, and quite driven by the past success. This association takes care of the interests of the deaf people and their families in Spain, and has been particularly concerned to promote the involvement of deaf people in all of our action. We are 17 federations, more than 138 federations and 120 local and municipal associations, and the National Confederation has also been founding member of the European Union for the Deaf People and the World's Wide Federation for the Deaf People, also involved in the National Council for Deaf People, the Permanent Board and Executive Committee at the ONCE Foundation, the NGO Platform for Social Actions too. not only do we take care of the interests of the deaf people, affiliated members of our confederation, any deaf person who need our services and wants to turn to our associations will find support for their problems. On the other hand, the National Confederation for Deaf People, founded back in 1998, the CNS Foundation for the Elimination, Withdrawal of Architectural Barriers, is a non-profit national association, and it is involved basically with working, researching, and doing away with barriers, trying to improve accessibility of deaf people to daily activities. We are mainly present in a number of spheres. Basically, the most important: teaching, training, education, developing educational programs and syllabuses and new technologies, and basically improvement for the hearing impairment and support to families. In the different areas where our research is involved, we have developed TELPES project, which is tele-assistance for the deaf elderly people, and is research focused on identifying the needs and priorities of tele-assistance specifically designed for deaf people. We also want to determine what the requirements would be for usability and accessibility for new technology, the priorities in teleassistance, and mobility. We will try and set up a basic service for teleassistance, protocols for taking care of deaf people, and for that purpose, 4 pilot studies will be run throughout Spain. Well, when I say the whole of Spain, I mean 4 pilot studies in 4 different provinces in Spain, where the teleassistance test will be run, adapting the project to deaf people, and we will also take care of training of the teleassistance service provider in order for them to be more efficient in providing services to deaf people. So far, we've developed the first stage of the project, consisting of deciding the territories, Madrid, Aragon, Castilla, León, and Valencia communities. And we've also developed a sociological study through an expert, trying to gather information about the needs and requirements of the deaf people in these 4 regions aforementioned, and users, elderly deaf people, potential users of that kind of teleassistance. And we've also did some data mining with experts, both in our associative movement, the National Confederation, the CNSE, and experts at the Spanish Red Cross and other services providing teleassistance, so that we could get some knowledge about the potential demand the deaf people may have. We gathered all of the needs and demand, and we're going to start running the test of teleassistance with observance of the users that will be involved in these teleassistance tests, and also observing the devices to be used for the test.